Now, before I say anything, the objective of the game is basically just to get as big as you can. The goal is just to be the biggest player and to survive as long as you can. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is just generally starting. So, as you can see, when you start, there's going to be a box for your name. There's going to be a skin thing. There's going to be, you can select the mode. When you play, you can earn potions. There's your level bar and more. As you can see, I'm using my cursor to direct where my guy goes. You use the spacebar to split, and you use W key to eject mass. This is most useful though when you team, because you're splitting all over the place so that you guys can eat each other, and W just in case you can't because you're too small. Here's a quick example of what I mean. Okay, now I'm going to show you some cool things that you can do while you're teaming, and it'll help you get bigger a lot faster. This is a trick split. Pretty much, one person just splits a bunch and the other person splits. It gets really big and they eat the other person. This is a pop split. Basically, what happens is the bigger person double splits, meaning you press the spacebar twice, into the person that is next to the little green virus. This is gonna make the first bit that goes into them big enough that they explode, and then the second one comes and eats them. This is what it looks like in real time. Now, a line split is usually just for fun because you're basically just splitting in a line. But how you do it basically is you go so still that you're not moving at all. And then you spam the space bar and then you go in a perfectly straight line. But if you're moving even just a little tiny bit, it won't work. Another way to get bigger pretty fast is by once you're 130 mass, you're able to explode yourself in those little green circles. They're called viruses. Basically, what happens is you run into it, you're big enough that you eat it, but it actually explodes you into a bunch of little pieces. Now, this might seem bad, and it is because you're pretty vulnerable, but the thing is, every time you explode yourself, you get 100 extra mass added. Once you're big enough that you can explode it and still have a piece left in the middle, big enough that you can eat other viruses, you can eat them, and you just keep doing that as long as you're in the max amount of pieces. This is really good because you can just eat all the viruses around you and get pretty big. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is basically just the leaderboard. Basically, how it works is number one player is the biggest player in the game you're playing. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then those are the top 10 biggest players. And then after that, it says your place. For example, in this clip, I'm 86th place, which means I'm one of the smaller ones, basically. But yeah, your goal is just to become number one, be the biggest. Now, the very last thing I want to talk about is skins. So as you can see here, there are all your skins that you own. There are also different sections. So the premium skins, these ones are always here. You can just buy them whenever you want. There's veteran skins. These ones, they don't cost money. You unlock them for every level. So for example, I have all of them except up till level 80 and up because I haven't gotten there yet. Mystery, you get skin pieces by opening potions. Basically, you play for a certain amount of time, get a certain amount of bigness, whatever. Brew a potion, open it, you get skin pieces. Eventually, you get enough to unlock these skins. Eventually, they get animations and more. Then there's these things. So there's more than one skin. Normally, I just have the other ones of this set. But basically, how it works is they're just deals. They normally come with skins that you buy with coins, and then there's also the ones where you buy with your actual money. The last thing with the skins that I'm going to talk about is making a new skin. Now, I'm not going to make it because, in my opinion, it's kind of a waste of DNA. It's very hard to get. But basically, you can just customize your own skin. You just draw it with like a palette it gives you. And you can save it, do whatever you want with it. And yeah.